And we're alive, family. Vocal Dialect, season 1, episode 9. We got Kinwado Akil, Knowledge Born 7, Obasi Kente, and Queen Goddess Hope. Let's get it, family. How y'all doing today?
You doing good. What
I'm
about you,
good.
brother, man?
Yeah, we doing good, y'all. We're good, family. We in the building. Let's get it. What's the topic, Ken?
Topic is, well, you know what everybody been talking about, just going up and that is Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Is this a distraction? I can say, from my opinion, you know, it is too much talk about it, but for me, it ain't no distraction because I ain't gonna let nothing distract me. You know what I mean? I listen to it, look at it as entertainment, and that's as far as it go. You know,
Hmm.
What do you think is a distraction from?
with so much stuff that's going on in this world, as soon as you put it, just like the Diddy situation, you know,
Mm,
every time you pop up on the internet or whatever, you see Kendrick Lamar, Drake, it's just flooded. You know what I mean? But
mm,
like I say, it's a distraction if you let it be a distraction. I look at it, I look at the entertainment part, and that's just as far as it go. But you know, I tend to other things that's going on in this world. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I was reading an article saying that I wish I had better service so I could actually look up the article, but it basically said hip hop has not had such a success or top charting hits in like the last 2 years.
Oh yeah,
So unfortunately, right now, they believe that hip hop needs something so it could almost feel like resurrected again. So they're creating this feud with some of the two most prominent chart toppers in this industry. And they're feeling like hip hop is dead or is being outnumbered by other genres right now. So I could understand. So they believe obviously it's a fake feud because they feel like some of the commentary hasn't been as, I guess, toxic as previous rap battles.
right.
So now it's like, okay, if that's really the case, and if they're really just doing this as a fake feud, is it really just so they could attempt to resurrect hip hop?
Interesting. Very interesting.
I never looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
I never looked at it. Yeah, that was a good statement, Queen.
Yeah.
It's I think it's a distraction on many reasons, many levels. But we have a lot more things going on in the world that we can really focus on instead of focus on this. By by it being by two of the so-called biggest lyricists in the hip hop community. Um, it's a lot going on overseas that we're not paying attention to.
Yeah,
I
I
mentioned
agree.
a couple topics last week on our live that's actually going down. You know what I'm saying? In real time, in real fashion. I mentioned a couple of superpowers coming together, trying to make the average person have a $10,000 income. They're gonna give you your food you need every day, as well as your medical you need every day. And it's a lot going on that we can be paying attention to. Besides this, if I go back into history, they have always distracted us with certain things that happen in the public, and then you look up, they didn't pass the bill, they didn't pass the
Yeah,
law, or they have did something, especially to the black man and the black woman, or pass something where it take us down another notch. We
yeah,
we are already below the notches, but they do something in the private. They give us distraction in the public, then they move in the private behind the scenes, and you look up, we got more laws passed. We have more laws now in the books than ever. We have so many laws, it's crazy. But sometimes distractions is needed because some people actually see through the distractions, and I have had people consciously wake up during the time of distraction. They be like, "Yo, why is they doing all this? Like, it's something else going on." And you look up, the distraction has created a researcher. The distraction has created someone who will be like, you know what? Let me see what's going on behind the scenes. And it's always a bigger picture. Is this feud man made? It might be. It's just like Queen said, was hip hop dead? Yes, hip hop was dead. I'm being for real because you had the young stars going against the old stars, not giving respect to the old stars. That's when LL Cool J stepped in, Ice Cube stepped in, and they started paying some of the old stars because they felt like, yo, the money is not like it was back then how it is now. So it's a difference. So we have to take a look at to everything that's going on because number one, the Jews still run the music industry.
Yeah.
They said it best on Sway in the Morning.
Yeah.
Said they still run the industry. He said three Jews run the industry. Three Jews run the industry. So we have to pay attention to that. And of course, these so-called releases are being approved and they are being monetized.
Yeah.
They get millions of views, millions of views. We have to look at every angle. You know what I'm
Yeah, you're
saying?
right.
One thing Obasi say is we have to look even when they ain't looking. We got to keep looking. You know what I'm saying? So Queen brought up a great point because me myself, I did not look at it like that. Was it man made? Because there's so much backstory to it, and and Drake is the type of person he has been sneak dissing people for the longest, and then you never know. I looked at a couple of YouTubers. They say Drake is an actor. So
Yeah,
by
yeah.
this man being an
Exactly.
You don't
they
remember?
say
Hey,
Degrassi.
hold on. You don't remember him? I remember way back in the day. I was a teenager
In the
when
wheelchair.
the Grassy
Degrassi.
Junior High
yeah,
Hmm
teenager
they
when that
say he's
was
an
out.
actor. He's an actor.
And he's
So
half Jewish.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he have
half Jewish.
Jewish.
So he has had his bar mitzvah and all of this stuff like that. Is he hood? No, he's not hood. We just want to make that plain. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely an actor. And someone was even saying like, "Yo, is he a plant into the industry?" And he's just manipulating and doing things out of character and doing things that they're telling him to do. So I think it's a distraction that we do not need. But of course, the hip hop world is loving it because all the YouTubers, all the content creators, all of them are making money. The
Yeah.
videos are going viral. The shorts are going viral. The memes are
Yeah.
viral. Everything is spinning. And don't forget,
Yep.
like I said, these songs have to get released. So they're making money. You know what I'm saying? They're making lots of money. The views is off the chain. Everything is over a million views. They get money.
Everything.
They get money.
And it's crazy too because there's random, like, not saying that there's should be any culture that should be able to chime in, but everybody's chiming in because you have to think about him as a TV person who already had a following. Then he switched over to a rapper as Drake. And then he went pop, has songs with people from many genres. So he has a huge following
Yeah.
across multiple nations, doing tours in Tokyo and things like that. And Kendrick Lamar, he was really open about being depressed, when his career took off. So, it's kind of interesting for somebody who I believe is like, okay, if they have mental health issues, if they're lying dormant, and minding their business, why would you want to have him come out of retirement to take on somebody that's not even on the same lyrical level?
Say that again, Queen.
I'm sorry, I'm breaking up.
I
No,
I
look
was
at
no,
just
no.
saying, like, why would you have Kendrick Lamar and Drake be competitors in this when they're not even on the same lyrical level? To me,
Right.
it's not a good battle. It's not a good
No, you're
match,
right.
if you
I
will.
agree with you on that. Yeah.
I look at it like when we say distraction, like Queen is at work right now. So when she's working, she got a task that she's working on. And if somebody break out fighting, it's distracting her work. And what I get tired of the conscious community that everything is a distraction. When we talking about pedophilia and Diddy and sexual assault, it's a distraction. And then the people bring up the random dumbest things. While everybody talking about Diddy, they're not talking about they telling you Jesus is black. And like I said in one of my videos, if you read a freaking book, you know that. So I think, okay, if we were focused, let's say we want to focus on solving problems in the community, then that's when we would run to them distractions. Because is football not a distraction? Is the fight between and Earl Spence, was that not a distraction? Is the NBA not a distraction? Is every little thing LeBron James doing? LeBron James got a stat for a stat for a stat for a stat. And so we're always being distracted. But my question is, what are we focused on that we are being distracted from? Because we're not unified. You see what I'm saying? We're not really unified, but we keep saying distraction. And I think that is the distraction when we're saying we're distracted. Because I think we don't take, and I did a video about old boy from Sanford and Son, Damon Wilson, who was extremely dismissive when it came to sexual assault and children being molested. He was like very insensitive, though he told a lot of truth in his breakdown. We're not seeing the bigger picture of what we need to do. Two, about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I see good and bad, because guess what I see people saying? Oh, we need to learn how to keep our culture now.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Should a mulatto be allowed to say nigga? Like, let's really kick the ballistics on what's being said instead of just talking about everything as a distraction. Let's kick the ballistics on what's being said in these lyrics. Kendrick Lamar is mentioning Drake being a pedophile.
Yeah. And the colonizer as well.
He's dropping bombs. Like Queen said, like Queen said, it's not even a fair fight. Kendrick Lamar is here, and Drake and his team of ghostwriters is over here.
Yeah, true.
So we gotta effeminize actor or actress or whatever Drake wants to be. We gotta effeminize black man that, you know, because look at what he's doing to himself. Look at the hair barrettes. Look at the BBL body that he got. Look at the nail polish. The further effeminization of a mixed man. I'm not gonna say black man.
Hey, that's the truth.
Right. So when we looking at these things, when I seen a brother yesterday, he said we need to learn a lesson of gatekeeping our culture. And that's something me and Knowledge always talk about, the gatekeepers. You know, like Queen said, we got Vlad chiming in. We always got everybody in our business.
Yeah, what Vlad has to do
always
with
a free fall talking about. He ain't got nothing to do with this.
He just trying to get some money out of it.
He has nothing to do with this.
You know what? My wife missing something too. She said we was watching something. I think it was ESPN, and the sports commentators was mixing their words up, talking like Drake and Lamar, talking about this player must got euphoria. I'm like, this is corny, man. Y'all, listen. Public service announcement. You can never be us.
Right. Say it again. Say it again, man. So
you can never be us.
That's right. Never.
The swag is just too big.
Ooh.
Too big.
Really, dog. Really, dog.
Come on,
but
man.
Did you hear Tom Brady? They were doing a roast of Tom Brady over the weekend. And this is what grind my gears about our people. Because they were saying, you know how we do, we say, oh, the guy who's roasting him saying, oh, you don't take care of your kids. He gave a whole bunch of stereotypes and said, oh, you know, you really honorary black. You
Oh
know,
no,
that's
I ain't
probably
hear
why
that.
you got out of New England. Yeah, this went on over the weekend. They had a roast for Tom Brady. He said that's probably why you got out of New England because you was too black for that. And that's what I'm saying when we're looking at like the distractions of this stuff because we have everybody in we inviting people. Some of the stuff, the little minuscule stuff that plucked my nerve when we would like to trade Kanye West for Michael Rappaport or somebody. Or whoever talking, whoever, whatever white or Jew, small hat, Korean, whoever talking black for the moment, we easily let everybody in our culture.
Yep.
Everybody, because you could dance.
And
Think about the
Hey, let
trend
me
that's
get
it's
a
going
kind of
on.
hey, can I get a few shout outs? Few shout outs to everybody on the feed. Peace and power to the brother Lee Clinton, always supporting us. To our sister Nisa Shabazz, peace and black power sister. To our sister Netta Bees. To our brother Shaka Sankofa. And let me see here. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So I
Shout
think
out to all y'all on the feed. Peace. Thanks for supporting us. All right.
But yeah, that's how I look at it. I look at the rich white man that's behind it. Who is the rich white man
The
that's
Jew.
behind all of this?
Now, did you see? I was I'm looking at something. Kanye West had called out the president of Universal Rap. I forgot his name. Called him out in. And usually when Kanye West speak, he exposed. What's that Drew name he exposed?
I forgot, man. But
I
when
know I
Kanye
said no
speak,
I forgot too, but yeah, man.
he
You know
be
what I'm
dropping
saying? He let it
jewels,
be
man.
known. He let it be known what's going down.
And everybody talking about he speaking, he need to take his meds. Man, y'all leave that man
But
alone, man.
exactly.
Right.
Leave that
But
man
because
alone.
everybody has a shared perspective, nobody able to think individual. So we able to say Lil Boosie is speaking for the people,
Right.
but Kanye talk crazy.
Right. Right.
Charleston
But
White
Kanye go.
standing for the people,
But Kanye
but
West gonna tell the truth.
Kanye is
No
crazy.
matter you like him or not, it is gonna tell. Let it be known. Tell it like how it is, man.
You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed? This is what I noticed, man. For Kanye, who has plenty of experience
Right. We
in the
always been
industry.
saying that.
He has plenty of experience with dealing with apparel overseas. He has plenty of experience dealing in the rap community as well, the culture, setting trends and stuff like that. All of a sudden, now he crazy though. But then you get these little Rudy Poos pop on the scene. They got little pops here and there, and they brilliant. Nah, I'm not going for the
Yeah.
conclusion. I'm just being
Yeah.
real.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
yeah,
just
going
yeah,
for the
yeah,
conclusion.
yeah,
yeah. But check it out.
yeah.
And
Black folks ain't doing that.
he been successful and he know what's going on with these people because he dealt with them.
Dealt with them.
Experience.
But see, and that's what I was talking about when I opened up when I said, when people are telling you the truth, everybody's saying, shut up. It's a distraction.
Right.
Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, all of these people put out info. Oh, Gene Deal's a snitch. Oh, I don't trust Gene Deal. What is it? That's why we always had these circular repetitive topics, like, because we still don't know what we are doing as a collective.
We don't.
And it's like back to that video that I was talking about. I said, as a collective of black men, we should be on code. When we speaking on the net, this is what code look like. When we speaking on the net, and it's something about our women being sexually assaulted, it's about our children being assaulted. Hey, we'll disagree when we get off. We want to look like unity. We want to look like we're gonna run through your face if you messing with our children.
Woo!
Hey.
But we have all. Well, we really don't know what they did. I mean, Cassie did tell. I mean, Cassie wasn't loyal. How Gene Deal? Idiot.
Right.
Idiocracy.
Hey, let me say peace and black power to Captain Gerald Moore from the street, Lost Soldiers, and the sister, the Tanya 22 Experience. Thanks for supporting the feed. We love y'all. Yeah.
You know what's a distraction also? While we're talking about distractions,
what's that?
This whole man versus woman.
Ah,
I don't know if nobody saw this. I don't know if nobody
I
saw
heard it's a
this like a
trend on
couple of days
TikTok.
ago. But they asked, it's a trend on, I don't know which one you about to say, Queen, but
TikTok.
it's a topic going on that they're asking black women, would they rather be in the woods with a bear or a man? And 98% of these females are picking the bear. And the things that's coming behind it, the things that white supremacy have tricked you and made you call it a wild animal, that is the worst, that is the craziest type of stuff.
and that's trending.
I feel like
Because why
anytime
would you
truth
not
is
want
being
them?
spoken, it ain't never a distraction.
Yeah, it's trending. I heard about it today. But somebody was like, it's too toxic.
If a woman say she froze up,
they not only picking the bear knowledge, they not only picking the bear, it's the extra behind describing why they picking the bear.
What they talking about kicking the Boston? Because I ain't heard. What's the reason?
They just like, because they know what a wild animal do. They know what a wild bear do. You know what I'm saying? They said, we know what a wild animal, we don't know what a strange man. And the sister that posted the video is a sister named Dana Dane. And the sister said, you females are so toxic and destroyed in y'all thinking. Y'all couldn't even think of a higher level or a caliber of male that you could be in the woods. It instantly has, this is how they have successfully turned us against each other, that we think that we would do everything but be with each other.
You know what?
And it's just crazy. That is the distraction.
You know what? That just tells you the mentality. I'm not just going to even say females. Or some are males and some females. Mentalities is all screwed up, man.
It's history repeating itself again at this point, because when you really think about it, it goes to the single parent back in the day in the early 80s into the 90s, the black woman being home by herself with kids and husbands in jail. It's the same thing all over again.
Yep.
Right. I agree.
What was you finna say, Queen, for your video went out?
Yeah, I had to stop the video. I think the video is probably causing it to have more of a lag. So I'm just gonna rock with that. But I feel like it's really a toxic distraction because I feel like with the possibility of TikTok going out of America's app stores, for the internet, then you also have the possibility of a lot of people losing their options and streams of income. People don't really understand the whole data concept behind why they don't want TikTok in our country any longer. But I also feel like there's a greater issue going on that people aren't paying attention to outside of the whole, pin us against Black men. So for me, on the, business side, last year there were 262,000 tech layoffs, and this year already it has been 65,000, and they did another round today at Google. So they're deciding to put all of their money now into like India and China. And I ended up doing the conversion. So like, let's say on average, our average middle class household, let's say 50,000, right? And Indian rupee, right? So Indian rupees, which is the equivalent to like, the currency over in India, 1 rupee is $85. So I typed in $50,000 and it said it's $4,175,932. Think about that. So you
go to India.
No, high key. You lay off your staff here that constantly wants more income because of the work that they're having to put in. You're creating all of these computer science nerds, people who are, very savvy with tech, and they're hiring them in another country. We're going to have such massive amounts of layoffs coming. And for me, when I think of this whole battle, is it a distraction, yes or no? Our people are going to be hit first. Women, people who are not so educated, and African Americans, period.
Period.
So I think that's what we really have to keep focusing on. And I think it's going to be something revealed after the summertime. I keep saying that,
Right,
like something's
right.
going to be revealed because now you have this war. They're going to have this election. I keep saying that they want to bring people like to vote through paper ballots. I feel
Right.
like that's
Yeah.
where we're
Yeah.
headed, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you got almost 300,000 people laid off in the tech industry after they told us to get these tech jobs, go to science, do this, do that. And now they're laying them off because they know the labor overseas is cheaper. Who is the
Very.
person that started that? Clinton,
Yeah.
shutting shit down, bringing people over there. Then you got the Bushes who like kept it over, doing the same exact thing. So I think we really have to, sure, this is great entertainment. Obviously, we have to talk about it because it is a current event. But I really think that we have to focus on a greater agenda. This is the age of information. This shit is going to come at us left, right, front, and center, and so fast and so rapidly, but I think we need to really focus and stay ahead of the curve. How do we no longer, as a quote unquote conscious community, be now deemed a religion? Because that's basically what they're telling people as well. The conscious community is just another form of like a religious organization. You know, how how do we manage to educate our flock at that point if this is
This,
where we are?
this how we educate them because somebody told me that. So ain't nothing but a religion. One, we don't have all these temples and synagogues, and two, we're not taking up offerings. So we're gonna let that be
Okay.
that. So if we do sell anything, a lot of times we sell at events or when we have our particular engagements. And also a lot of us do some barter and trading. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mm-hmm.
have to look at that too. But this is how they spin the wheel with these side comments, and all it
Mm-hmm.
is just words constantly keeping us. They see any type of bill, if they see us building any type of bill between us being a melanated man and woman, black man, black woman, they have to throw something in there to break it up. I teach this all the time. One of the five forms of government is anarchy, and they have perfected that. And that's why I did that little piece on order out of chaos, because in all this chaos, us as black people still have to pull out a particular amount of order. We have to keep a particular amount of balance as far as my yacht. We have to find some form of unity in this crazy world that they have thrown us in. You know what I'm saying? We robbed the economics. We robbed of our real history. We robbed of our tongue. We robbed of all these things that make us a culture. We don't have our army. Our particular God, I'm using the word loosely, does not look like us. And then to top it all off, you make laws up under your own law, and then it constantly puts us down where we can never get up. Less than 1% of the world's wealth, and everything came from us. What happened to the Mali kids who was real rich? What happened to the kids from Timbuktu who was real
Right.
rich?
Mm.
Where's that money at?
Mm-hmm.
It's about time we
Right.
start thinking. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
great.
um,
Mm-hmm.
Europe, Europe,
Wait,
and the Queen over there is living off of, one, our history,
Mm-hmm.
two, our wealth. And they said it good in the first Black Panther movie when Killmonger was in the museum. I mean, it's listen. They put this stuff before our face as entertainment. I look at
Yeah.
everything as a learning experience. Me and Obasi, we check our stuff, and I know y'all do too, as a learning experience. What is y'all doing? What is y'all saying? Because they do so
Yeah.
much fraud. It's crazy. Fraud is
Yeah.
acquiesced in the world of commerce. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll go genocide a whole country, and everybody go
Yep.
out.
well, I'm gonna go back and say it is religious and it's dogmatic because you're right. We don't have all of those things, but we are most of them. Even though they're saying no, they're still in a belief because they either And you know something? It's like the Art of War. There's a part in Art of War by Sun Tzu where it just simply says it go into a lot of stuff, but it ends with saying, "Be the leader that you want to follow." So when we look at this, because there, like you said, chaos out of order or order out of chaos, we're chaotic because everybody's a leader. Everybody's a
Right.
leader in
Yeah.
their own mind.
Yeah.
So why we can't educate, back to what Queen was saying, how do we educate? We have to deal with the ones that really want to know. Because we got so many high and mighty and elitist people, elders, whoever we want to say, that they're so elitist and they have their favorites that we can't really because no, everybody's afraid of the truth. Because it's really not even about religious. It's not about whether you are Christian or Muslim, whatever. It's about the truth versus the lie. The truthers versus the liars. The ones that sitting there don't want no smoke, talk all this stuff, but they don't really want no smoke. They don't want to confront anything. This is why we're still in that. We can't teach our children because we're not doing. We teach by what we do. So how can we teach our children to be better when we getting worse? You know, it's just like, as General Shaka say, showbiz liberation. And the more you try to shine the light on it, guess what they do? They hate the person that's telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you get the Kanye West treatment. You get the Jaguar Wright treatment. You get the when you are the person that's speaking up, nobody likes you. Nobody liked Malcolm till he was dead. Everybody can front right now. Nobody liked him till he was dead. Nobody wanted to be around Bob Marley when all that stuff was going down, when them gunshots was going down.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So nobody really wants to be around the person that got the light. Everybody want to pretend they have it, but they really don't want to be around the person because that person is dangerous. Nobody really. When we looked at a young Tupac that really spoke very outspoken, and I really haven't seen an artist like that. You know, I haven't seen an artist like that. I can't even say Kanye because he got whitewashed. You know,
Right.
he
Right.
still have some shade. But I watched it. But you know what? Sidebar. I watched this movie over the weekend. It's called The American Society of Magical Negroes. And I suggest everybody check that movie out. It's called The American Society.
Hey, what
Say it
network is
again,
on?
bro.
What network is on?
Peacock.
Peacock. Okay.
Hey, look, that's a wild picture, man.
And I'm
Hey, what up,
just
Mike
gonna
Chambers? Let me say
say,
peace and black power to our brother Mike Chambers.
look,
We love you, brother. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this because I'm not a movie teller. I want people to see it in real time for themselves. When you see this, you understand why we have a Candace Owens. You understand why we have a Larry Elder. You understand why we have Thomas Sowell.
Yeah.
You understand why we have a Stephen A. Smith. When y'all really look at the breakdown and the dynamic of this movie, it's sickening. But it's reality of what we deal with. The foot shuffling, handkerchief head Negro that don't want that.
What's the name of it again? About I forget. I'm gonna write it down.
Oh. The American Society
of
Magical Negroes.
That's a wild picture, but
and I contend that we have to really deal with America. I know we say corporation, we understand, but I think we have to really deal with America from its cultural lens, its cultural implications, and how when you take on and you call yourself, you identify as an American, how that really dumbs you down. How you really are neutered, how you become whitewashed. Just by taking on that American.
You break that down, explain. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just like you said the other day, though, about us being Westerners. Like, we have their culture. We eat eggs. We eat like Western food, European breakfast, you know. We're just a carbon copy of Europe.
Yeah, we are. We've been American.
It's an extension.
Because we grew up here.
I think when we say Black Americans, we
Mm-hmm.
really think that we have you got a subculture.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because if we were the dominant culture, we wouldn't be in this position.
Never.
So
So
like you said, Kofi said David
that
Allen
makes sense.
Greer too. Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh
Oh
no,
man,
David Allen Greer.
David Allen Greer is in that movie.
Yeah, he in the movie.
David Allen Greer is in that movie.
Oh,
Whoever said
yeah.
that, David Allen Greer
Oh
is in
man,
the
I
movie.
gotta check it out, man. I slept. How old is that movie?
I've heard of this movie before.
Yo,
This
man.
And we
recently
really should
came
talk
out,
about it.
right? This
I want to. I'm
movie.
gonna
And
look
look,
at it. We gonna have a conversation
we
on it.
really should look at
If
it
y'all
and talk about it.
if
Man,
y'all
any
want to
good
watch, if
movie
y'all
y'all
want to
come
watch
across
it,
like that, at least send me the link, man.
hold
I
up.
want
If
to see the
y'all want to
shit.
It
watch
came
it,
out a
y'all.
couple of months ago. We should do a
It's been
review
out
on
for a
it.
minute. It's been out for
Yeah,
a minute.
the American
If y'all want to
Society.
watch it, and we'll do our
Okay,
live
yeah,
on
we
that.
gonna do it. Shit, we can make that
Yeah,
our next one.
definitely.
About a
We'll do
bunch of
our live. But I'm gonna say
sellouts
this
and
though, man.
coons
I'm gonna
and
say
buck
this though.
nass
The
and all
Drake
that.
and the Kendrick, it has many twists and many turns. So I say take what you can take from it and make your own, make your own decision on what's going on. But just look at the world's current events. Surely there's something else that we should be concerning ourselves about. There's lots of science. Then they just in New Zealand they found so many new different species in
Mm-hmm.
the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Then there over in Antarctica, there has been a release of bacteria that is now going to
You saw
flow
that? That's what that was?
in our water streams, in our water supply. Then
Yes.
on top of that, they're still fighting over there in Gaza. And to top it off, the black man and the black woman is still being put down. The rise
And,
of the rise of incompetence is beyond measure dealing with us as a people because we can never get out of this particular state. But I will say this though. I do know this for a fact, and that's why the Wazungu keep trying to kill the sun. One thing the Wazungu know
Yep.
is the Wazungu know the star in the sky belong to us. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like since that star belonged to us, they got to kill it because that star in the sky is going to be like the energy that it is to Kal-El, the name Superman. It's going to do what it's supposed to do to us. And I'm going to tell every melanated person, get out this summer, get some sun, get a lot of it, because you're going to need it.
Hey, well, everybody
100%.
else, style, I'm
I'm
gonna say
here in
peace and
Dominican
black power
Republic.
to Son Johnson. We jumping on the live feed. We appreciate the support, brother. All right, Queen.
Yeah, so I'm out here in DR, and yesterday we had went to this island and just to kind of have lunch and be out in the sun because it's been raining. And no exaggeration, I'm laying there. It had to be about 1 o'clock, and I'm like, the sun feels so hot right now. Like you could actually, like, how kids draw pictures and they have like sun rays sticking out of the sun. You could almost feel the radiation coming out of the sun.
Oh yeah.
And I'm closer to the equator right now. So it's like there's no chemtrails, there's a blue sky every
Oh
day.
yeah.
You know
Man.
what I mean? Like you really are feeling the power of the sun without manipulation.
Man, they don't have no
And I'm
chemtrails
like,
over there.
we're really no, I have not seen one plane in the sky outside of
Nah.
planes landing from the airport.
Man, I'm
It's
jealous.
been really, really, really interesting. And it really makes me think like, wow, we're being harmed with chemicals all day long. It's like 90 degrees or something like that in Baltimore today, from what I understand. And I'm pretty sure there were hella chemtrails everywhere. They're like, when can we really be free from whatever it is that they are doing? it's, to me, it's just like a form of treason at this point. Like, how
Right,
do you
right.
sue the government for treason? Like,
Um,
how?
can I speak on that?
Mm,
Yeah, of
that
course, because it's just like mass manipulation at this
All
that
point.
right,
that's gonna be tough
that all
Hmm.
right, all
because
right.
treason have to come from your allies or your friends.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah, yeah.
back to we really not. I mean, there are some people that are indigenous to America. However, but this is the way I look at it. Like I always say in my video, whose opinion? My opinion. When it became America and it became its westernized um, version the way it was automatically diametrically opposed to our growth and everything that we needed. Um, I don't know, Queen. That's treason. That's gonna be kind of a hard one. But what you got to say now?
One, we can never do that because they're in control from the top to the bottom as far as advanced technology on nuclear weapons, as well as dealing with a mass group of people who is out of control. So in order for us to do that, in their eyes, we will be out of control. Two,
Right.
we do still have the world court where you can bring certain individuals up on crimes of humanity. That's in Hague. We can deal with that avenue. Then three, to really say treason, you have to have a nation that is already formed, or be a nation, or be a nation that is going to form, and for us unified. And then for us to do that, we have to have army, flag, nuclear weapons. We have to be trained with artificial intelligence because they have everything. Don't forget,
Hmm.
I researched what Billy Carson said. He's telling the truth. They have a technology event every year that only millionaires and billionaires are invited to. And he
Hmm.
and he put it out there. He said they are 10, 20 light years. He
Hmm.
said they have stuff you have never seen before. If you see it now, you would think that it's alien technology, and the United States have this technology in their possession right now. He said there are many weapons. There are many things for us technology that would like blow your mind. He said he
I
sat
believe
there.
that.
Yeah, he said he had to sit there and look and act as if he wasn't surprised, you know. But in his mind, he was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
Hey,
I was watching that show. Sorry, Ken.
now let me give a shout out to Enlightenment Circle Lifestyle. They said a distraction from what the powers that be don't need to distract us. Thanks
Say
for
that again.
supporting the show.
He said
The
a
powers that
distraction
be
from
don't
what the
need to
powers
distract
that,
us.
yeah, yeah.
He said they don't need to distract us.
Well, of course, that's how we all are going to feel. But at the same time, they're unfortunately like these mass deaths that are about to come, right? An NBA player missing, found dead, or, 33 years old. We know that that's about to happen in mass numbers. Is it murder at this point? Because a lot of them, took the jab.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That,
these are real
Oh wow,
questions.
yeah.
and that was a truth that, speaking of sellout, that old sellout Bobby Banger, he called himself Uncle West, but you
Out
have
west.
Negroes, like that do the devil's bidding, and is the devil's boy so bad that he will get on a national platform and debate another black man and have it to where he stand hard on taking the Jabberwocky.
Hey,
Hmm.
what about the medical card they showed is a bicycle?
Yeah, that was the ignorant fool,
Hey, I'm
Sean.
gonna clip that part up so we can show.
Sean, that was the ignorant fool,
Okay.
Sean. And this is why, going back to what we said, that was a hell of a battle. And in their mind, they still think they won that. And it's like, how you won and you got a body full of vaccine? You lost. You lost. If you got that vaccine, I'm sorry, you lost. You can have all the
Pikey.
highlights, and you can get Bill Nye the Science Guy, all this elementary Rudiku stuff that he uses. But you actually played a part in getting people to take the mark of the system. So when we saying distraction, and then you have a group of people that's trying to educate, and you got know-it-alls again. Back to the part where I said we can't teach the children because we got, you know what they did? They gave us an overdose of knowledge. They gave us all the knowledge we can handle, and watch these Negroes fight over everything. Watch them fight over, are they Hebrews? Are they what they call them? Foundational Black Americans that was just made up. And you got people running around saying, I'm FBA. Are you FBA or are you FBI? So we have to learn how to think again as Black people. Our ability to think correctly has been suspended and colonized.
Right. That's what Brother Sean said. Brother Sean commented.
That's a great.
He said, without control, you have no order. So a free thinker is a threat to their agenda.
This is why I'm shadow banned every other day.
Yeah.
I just gave it up, Queen.
What I was about to say, man, hey, now we listen to how Bossy was kicking it. So that's telling me, in my opinion, we are our own distractions.
Yep, that's great.
We are our own
We're talking about their distraction, but we carrying the distraction.
Right.
Are you not
making
entertained?
it bigger than what it really needed?
Think about it. And the NBA player that Queen just talked about his name was Darius Morris. Morrison. I remember him. I remember him playing for the Lakers.
For the Knicks.
How are these people this young just falling dead?
I just told you it's murder.
He was with the Lakers. He was with a couple of teams, Queen. So this is something that everybody that's gonna listen to this, just Google for yourself and go over there and smack Unc in his old bald head for this. Just Google team passes out on the court, or a team collapses and dies.
Right.
Just check that out and look at the stories about all these people, about all these young athletes that are collapsing. What is happening? Why they use people like Drake? Why they use the celebrities to get you to take the vaccine?
Right. That's the truth. Yeah.
Did they not down here? I remember a guy that I went to school with ever since elementary. He's a mega pastor here, and I always talk about this book called it's by Myron C. Fagan. It's called How Hollywood is Brainwashing the People. Very small book. Get that book. It's called How Hollywood is Brainwashing the People.
Who the pastor? What's the pastor name? What's the pastor name?
Huh?
What's the pastor name?
I think his name is Carol Brady. You know, it is one of them funny names, but his name is Carol Brady. And I've been knowing this dude since like elementary. And he had Michael Vick on his church. He had a host of celebrities come with it, and he was pro-vaccine. That's one of the reasons why I kind of turned against Geno Jennings. Geno Jennings is pro-vaccine.
He probably got a nice check too.
So we have to,
just like a lot of
so
these
we really got to
Black
see
colleges.
this beast for what it is and like kids.
Right.
Go ahead, Queen.
No, I was just saying a lot of these historical Black colleges too took payouts for the vaccine.
Through everything going on, family, are you guys
because see, you think about it when stuff start to happen. Is Deion Sanders not a distraction? He definitely a Sambo. That's a whole nother conversation and topic. And
hey man,
but when you think about him losing his toes from blood clots.
Hey, hold on. That's why I kick with a boss. He gonna get there. He ain't gonna hold nothing back. He gonna tell it like it is. To hell with that, man. Hey, peace of Black Power time, brother. Son, you got it, man, from the Avengers, man. We love you, brother. Go ahead, boss.
Peace.
Because when we saying this word warrior, we got to get serious and go to another level. When we saying this word warrior, the first three words are war. Yeah. So no warrior in love with another man and talking about prime. Ain't no warrior in love with another man talking about King James. These are puppets that have been put against us. Dion went to the whitest school possible. Come on. And then I keep seeing these memes stop coming down on these youth about dating outside their race. Because when they following behind a Negro like Deion Sanders, and black males are failing, because I'm listening to Keyshawn Johnson, I'm listening to all these handkerchief head Negroes that are influencing the people every day, and they are coming down on these young boys. He took them boys to Boulder, Colorado. What do you think they're gonna date up there?
Why?
Right.
Exactly.
Real.
Utah and shit.
Real.
What we think? When you take them to Wyoming, when you take them to these places, what do you think they're gonna date?
That's so stupid. That reminds me of that Kobe Bryant shit years ago. Remember, he got in trouble in Utah.
Boulder, Colorado, Queen.
Ridiculous. Like, I'm so sick of this place. Beam me up, Scotty. Like, at some point, it gets old.
It is old. So when you going in, you have Negroes in comments saying it's not Deion's job to save us. Well, it ain't his job to use us either.
Right.
We are so caught up in personality worship that if Deion Sanders was on the line, well, I think a lot of soldiers would forget. Football is a hell of a drug.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? I was talking about this with somebody else. Why do Black people need someone to worship? That's how celebrities are. There's always some type of clout that you got to follow, or somebody that you want to be like, an idol,
Yeah.
Because of 2 points. One thing that knowledge always talk about, that worship gene. Yeah, and then two, in my opinion, whose opinion? My opinion. It gives you something to aspire to. And look at how he pulled himself up by his bootstrap.
And another thing, we want
Deion can't develop a man no more than a homosexual. Deion cannot develop a group of strong Black boys. You might as well let Dwayne Wade. It's gonna be the same outcome. It's gonna be a mental cycle. So we gotta get serious when we saying distractions. I want us to think about it. Every time we open our mouth and say distraction. Because if you're gonna log off the internet and go up there and defend Deion Sanders, you are a distraction.
My info.
So Black men, we gotta step our game up.
Hey, the reason why we're not stepping our game up. The reason when we ain't stepping our game up because we so busy being motherfucking distracted.
Yo, your show is on fire today.
Let me tell you like how it is on this show.
And I know y'all saw my post. Like, that's why it's probably safe for me to stay in my corner. But I know y'all I don't know if y'all saw my TikTok video where it's these guys calling themselves Drizzle.
And what's a Drizzle?
Again, this is that? Again, we keep dealing with the effeminization and the daintiness of Black males because they are following women. There's a toxic Black female, and I think she go by the name of Sprinkle. And she gives out the most toxic advice to Black women and Black girls about how to use a man, how to take a man for what he got.
Get off my phone. Sprinkle.
So these cats came up with, huh?
What is?
I said, get off my phone.
So they came up with Drizzle.
What is that though? What is it?
It's trash. What you mean?
Yeah,
what is it? It's trash.
It's trash. What she said.
Man, they coming up with something new every week,
this chick little saying after she. No, this has been a couple of months old. It's a trash female that this is what she's saying. This is like her little signature saying after she's rendered the worst advice to women and girls. She says sprinkle. So in the feminine little girls that they're saying drizzle because they're trying to emulate women. They say they're playing though, but we know in every joke is some truth. It's a lot of truth in jokes. And so we are not protected. They're talking about they're not gonna pay for dates no more. They're not gonna pay. This is killing. This is killing the black family. This is what we need to focus on.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Damn, it's
So
something new to me, homie.
Hilarious.
it's pathetic. It's
I
pathetic.
can't keep up with it, man.
Hey man,
Shit is
I'm
trash.
about the loop.
Hey, one more thing. Tell me something about Sabashi, man. Shit, because I'm learning today, man.
Right? That is trash.
I mean, no, that's just what it is, though, man. Because it's just stuff that I see, and this is why I make the type of videos that I make. Because it's like, you seriously think like this? You seriously wake up and think like this every day? Every single day, you wake up thinking like this. I don't want to be around a bunch of dudes that's mad at women and saying we don't need women, we need each other. No, we don't.
That's straight up, though.
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah, that's straight up. That
smell like a plug right now. I'm good.
Hey,
Sean John said no Diddy. Yeah,
Hey,
no
listen.
Diddy. That
No Diddy.
Hey, listen. The whole Drake and Kendrick thing is clearly some form of distraction. I'm just gonna say it like that. You know what I'm saying? We have too much stuff going on in the world to be worried about what somebody say for as lyrically about another person.
Right.
And you know, we do have too many people in the industry who are really culture vultures. They eat off the culture.
That's the truth. Yeah, straight
I'm gonna give y'all another one, like Justin Timberlake. He came in, ate off the culture, now he gone.
Yep, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be aware, one, culture vultures. Two, we have to start
Eminem.
What's going on around the world. Eminem is another one. We have to start seeing what's going on around the world. And we have to start paying attention. You know, when we drop in science or we drop in knowledge, and you know, and Obasi dropping different scenarios. Queen is giving y'all some financial financial upkeep. What's going on? We have to chase the money, because that's how you're gonna survive. This is the world of commerce. It's dealing with money, baby. I'm not trying to sound like it's all about the money, but I'm gonna say this though. But in the world of commerce, by dealing with money, we still have to figure out what's going on in the world to figure out what type of position we're gonna be in. So you have to follow the money. I'm not saying follow the money to go get crazy with it, but you have to follow the money to some extent, some extent, so you can know what's going on. So it is
to know what to do with it.
This is a small distraction to me. It's a small distraction.
Know what? I
feel like
I take it for what it is. It's entertainment, you know. I like the way Kendrick Lamar body got down Drake. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? And like
this is for entertainment.
He said a couple things that was straight up and down, you know. And go ahead, Abasi.
Right.
You know what it is. It ain't like I said.
I'm just saying. No, I feel like you, man. No, I agree with you, man. Yeah. Because I'm able to look at something and enjoy it and move on. I don't let it consume my day.
Move the hell on. That shit ain't go distract me from nothing.
Because I enjoy hip hop. I enjoy rap.
Yeah.
Guns and take lives. But I do want to see you bring your best bars and let's see who's bad as one.
And Kendrick Lamar didn't play with him.
There is something that we can't take.
It was just so disrespectful.
Right, because
I do. I enjoyed this episode because I got to dig into it. I was like, oh, this guy is really, he was like, please do not play with me because I will tell the truth.
He ain't even let homeboy breathe, man. Homeboy Drake gave up, threw in the right. I quit, man. I ain't messing with you no more, man. That's stick to your singing and your pop music, homeboy, because you can't mess with no. See, he messed around with a real lot of lyricists, man. That's what happened to got body.
And that's what his ass did.
And
that's
I
what
can
you have
always
to do.
appreciate
That's
that.
taking this entertainment and push on.
I can always appreciate that.
Yeah, you can't distract me with the beat with
push
this.
On.
You know what I mean? Because I've been listening to hip hop. It ain't no different when Kool Moe Dee and LL Cool J was going back and forth. You know what I mean? It ain't no different when Chris Parker and MC Shan was going back and forth. Wasn't nobody talking about all this distraction. It's a part of hip hop. As long as it's respectful, ain't nobody
Part of
getting
hip-hop.
killed to
Exactly.
murder, ain't nobody say, oh, I did it to your mama, none of that stuff. It's hip hop. And they keep it clean. And it ain't no different than when Nas and Jay-Z went back and forth. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. I'm a hip hop head.
We enjoyed that.
My favorite battle is LL Cool J and Cannabis. So I'm like, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm for real.
Yeah.
It was. I'm not gonna lie.
So
yeah,
your
man.
man,
But yeah,
so your
man,
man
you
start
know.
snoring dope.
Yeah. So man, you know, it is what it is, but I'm
And
not
I
gonna
also
let
look at it like this.
Go ahead.
Like,
yeah.
no, I'm just saying.
Take the flow.
No, last thing, I look at it like we got to follow the mission.
Right.
We got to follow the truth. The money gonna be there if our spirit is right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because with money a lot of times come compromise.
Right.
You know, so when somebody throw that bag at you, you know, that fire might get a little, you know, because nobody wants to go back to poverty. And I think that's a lot of people's biggest fear.
Right.
But our ancestors, we talk about our ancestors, they would have gave it all up. You know,
People
they would have
need
gave it
to.
all up. So I looked into my life path number. And I found out my number, and it explains a lot. I'm a 7, which is a truth seeker. And it makes so much sense. And I might not be the most popular person, which I don't care. You know, I think we want to be liked too much. I think we want to be in the in crowd too much.
I
But
don't.
I came here for a mission. I know my mission. I know my mission as a black man. So I don't care about your crowd. I don't care about your likes. I see everything. But at the end of the day, you might not like me, but you know I stood on my circle and I stood for the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what we gotta follow. We gotta follow our purpose and our mission. And we're gonna be there. If you righteous in your heart and your soul and what you're doing, you're gonna be rewarded.
That's right.
I want to
That's what I
piggyback
know.
off of that and take your purpose, your vision, and what it is that you're passionate about. They always say you should find the problem and solve it and create a business, which is right, but be in line with your true purpose because we all need to be entrepreneurs. If they're doing all these layoffs and things of that nature, you have to have a second stream of income, especially because remember I said I wanted to do an episode on what is that called? What is the term? I can't remember it right now with the income control. It was a sample with the stimulus checks and sending everybody money every single month and giving them these boosts on their unemployment and stuff like that. They're testing us to see how is it going to actually boost the economy. Will it boost the economy?
Yep.
I made a shit ton of money in 2020.
Yeah.
All because money was being put into the system.
What you talking about?
Listen.
You know what I mean?
I made the most money during COVID.
Listen, that is called shock testing. It's called shock testing. They do things in the system to see where the money's gonna go, what the people gonna buy, and all of that. But we ready to end the live, family. Give y'all last remarks.
Nah, man, I just want to do some upcoming events, man. What upcoming events we have coming, man? Want me to announce them? Let me announce them. Hey, man.
Go and announce the upcoming events.
Oh, yeah, we got to do the upcoming events, brother, man. Hey, yo, so we are, we got the Malcolm X Festival coming on 18th to 19th of May. I almost got the dates wrong. The 18th, 17th to 18th of May. You know what I mean? The Malcolm X Festival. We gonna be out there in the house kicking it, man. They got Sonny Patterson. She's a known poet. She gonna feature the event. So yeah. So come on through and the month after that, we gonna be in DC, man. We'll have Avengers in the house, man. June 29th. Gonna be posted. Anyway, I'm gonna pin the flyer on top of my page. We gonna have the Avengers to go be in the house. Mike Chambers, Sunday on the feed right now. Go bust it on out. We gonna have the brother Knowledge, Professor. He the professor now.
Hey,
Professor.
Stop calling me that, man.
Boy, itself.
Yes.
Yeah, he the professor.
Shaka started that, right?
Yes. Shaka Sankofa. The general started that. And of course, we gonna have the brother Bison go give a lesson as well. And the brother, the general, go host the show, man. Go host the event, the Black Unity Festival. It's the event name. So yeah, we going to DC, y'all.
Y'all
That's
stop
it for
that
me.
professor stuff, man. Hey, family, we thank
Word
y'all
up.
for
Hey,
tuning
you
in.
got
Everybody,
Nah,
all dog.
You ain't
everybody
got
that
to own
tuned in. I'm
that,
facts.
sorry,
man.
Queen. You got any last remarks, Queen?
Uh, Stay black. Stop letting these people tell you what to do. Stop celebrating these white people holidays.
Oh yeah.
Learn that consumerism is a real thing. And every single month there's a holiday for a reason, is to keep their pockets fat and stop playing around.
Yeah, just like I seen all them people at the Mexican restaurant yesterday, celebrating Cinco de Mayo, man. I drove past
Bro,
there, look at
Hey,
all these
hey, hey,
crazy ass
fucking
hey,
people,
eating
man.
tacos and
Man, come
hey,
quesos.
on,
Like,
man. I mean, that
hey,
thing
leave
was
Cinco
jam
alone,
packed,
man.
man. I'm looking
Leave
at that.
Cinco alone,
Hey,
man.
come celebrate Malcolm X Day. That what y'all come
my
to
point,
celebrate. You know what I'm
Juneteenth,
saying?
come
The
on,
hell
like
wrong with
stop
y'all,
celebrating
man?
these prop.
We giving
They,
these
they don't
people,
even celebrate
man,
Cinco
come
de
on,
Mayo
man.
in
Cinco de Mayo,
Mexico.
man. Come
They don't
on,
even
man.
celebrate it in
Just giving
Mexico,
up all
bro.
our money like a bunch of fools, man.
All right,
Nah.
Somebody
we
else
in the
coach.
live. We feeling
Somebody
live.
else
We thank
coach.
everybody
Stop
for
that.
tuning in.
Stop
Big
it.
brother I kill. Knowledge Born
You know what I'm
7.
saying? Straight up.
Abasi Kente, and the lovely Queen Goddess Hope. Hey, fam, we thank y'all, man.
Queen.
Peace and
Whatever.
power,
Peace,
peace and light,
y'all.
man. We sorry for all the shenanigans. You know, the Drake and Kendrick thing. You know, we all
Ain't no
voted
shenanigans,
Kendrick
dog.
won. So we go ahead and end now, y'all. Peace and power, family. We thank everybody. Peace.
Peace
Peace.
out. You know.